What's up, YouTube and TikTok? Streaming live. We're going to go through some charts. Everything I'm talking about, link in description for you on YouTube. Links are all in the description. And we're going to be looking at some charts, like Bitcoin and Ethereum first, and then we're going to look at the other charts you guys want to look at. You know the deal. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we'll get rolling. We're going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum charts first, and then we're going to look at whatever charts you guys want to look at. Sound good? Sound good? But yeah, as soon as we get to 100 likes, that's the deal. You know the deal. 100 likes, and then we get started. We just started the stream, streaming live on TikTok and YouTube. Happy Good Friday to y'all. Some interesting things going on in the crypto market today. Plus, I'm going to share with you a site I found today that earns me 8% a day, but it is high risk, high reward, no doubt about it. Nonetheless, we'll talk about it. I also published a YouTube video on it later today, so be sure to watch that and do your research. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we'll get rolling. We're at 70 likes right now. Throw in a few more likes, and we'll just get rolling. We'll start off with Bitcoin, then Ethereum, and then we'll look at whatever charts you guys want to look at. Frank Austin, I want to become your student. I don't take students, although, I do have a lot of classes and stuff, I guess. So what you can do is you can click the link in my TikTok bio. I'll take you to my resources page. Start here. Take my free masterclass on how to get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free. We are over 100 likes. Let's get rolling. The same way I start every stream, be sure to burn this chart into your mind. This is the lifetime chart of Bitcoin, right? Look at it. And if you zoom in too much, like where we are right now, you're like, oh my God, I'm freaking out, blah, blah, blah. But look at the big, broader picture. You think people over here weren't freaking out? You think people here weren't freaking out? You think people here weren't freaking out? Freaking out? Look at the chart, 13 years, man. And you know what the adoption rate is. And these blue lines here, what are these? Do you notice that the price takes off after these blue lines? And look, there's another blue line coming up here in March 2024. These blue lines are Bitcoin halving events. They're the most important thing in all of crypto for you or anybody to know, okay? What that means is when these dates happen, these Bitcoin halving events, the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined per day gets cut in half, creating an instant overnight supply shock. And what happens? Supply and demand dynamics. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what's going to happen over here? Boom. Do you teach how to scalp on your YouTube channel, Frank? The best thing for you to do is go take my masterclass. It's still free. I'll be charging for it probably eventually, but for now it's free. It took me months to make this thing. It took me years to gather the knowledge to put in it. So go take my free masterclass, man. There's no shortcuts. You're on early day? I am, because it's Good Friday. I got some other things to do, and so I just decided to hop on a little early today. Let's see here. So we got that, and let's go to the regular Bitcoin chart. Right now that we've gone through the usual lifetime chart, because I want everyone to realize that if there's one thing, realize this: never stop paying attention to crypto. Never, ever, 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 ever. Because you know what happened here? People stopped paying attention to crypto. You know what here? People stopped paying attention. People stopped paying attention because they didn't understand the Bitcoin halving events. Here's the next one in March 2024. The best time to build your wealth and fat your stacks is when we're at the bottom, when no one's paying attention, because most people don't realize how the system is set up. Let's see here. So now, if I don't get to your comments, it's just because I'm looking out here. It's not because I'm ignoring you or anything. I'm just looking out here in my chart. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart today. Let's see here. We're hitting, here we are. Here's some fib lines. We're hitting some pretty strong resistance right here around the 40,000, 40,500. What's price at? Price is at a little over 40,000 right now. We are making higher lows. We had this big bump here. Technically, this is a higher high because it did wick up a little bit. And we do see momentum shifting up. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens over the weekend. I don't have a strong call right now. We did make some nice money here. If you're in my text message group, I sent out a signal to take, that I was taking along here, and a lot of people joined me. They thought it was a good idea too, so we made some nice money there. I also said that I thought it was topping out here, and we made some nice money there. To join the text group, just click the link in my bio. Take you to my resources page. The text group is right here. Join the Discord too while you're at it, while they're still free. So that's Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks to me like it's trying to decide what it wants to do, but we're clearly making some kind of a just because this big bump here, it looks like some kind of triangle, but I call it maybe an ascending triangle. It's typically not good most of the time. But let's go to ETH. We'll look at ETH. We already looked at Bitcoin here. We'll look at ETH, and then we'll start looking at other coins you guys call out. Bitcoin, ETH is down here, kind of doing the same thing as Bitcoin, riding this trend line. We do have this trend line here. If Ethereum were to bust below like 2950 and hold down here, that would be bearish. If we can bust up and get into this golden pocket and stay above it, that would be bullish. I think we're kind of waiting for stuff like that. We are getting momentum moving up, but I think it's kind of an illusion because I think it's more of a sideways type thing going on. I think we have basically uncertainty in the market right now, and that's not always a good thing. JR Shalabarga says big crash next month Bitcoin. That's possibly, it's always possible. With that being said, make sure you're educated. Everybody, make sure you're educated. Look at these are crashes. This is a lifetime chart of Bitcoin. Crashes. If we have crashes, when's the best time to buy? When we have crashes. This is a lifetime chart of Bitcoin. These blue lines are the halving event. Here's the next one in March 2024. Look what happens to price after the halving event. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Make sure you're educated above all things. I see someone calling out AMP. Sure, let's take a look at AMP. People have been asking me a lot about AMP this week. I'm not exactly sure why. Not that I got anything against AMP. I just don't know what the catalyst is for the AMP bug to be in so many people's ears. It isn't a downtrend. Here was that trend line, which we broke and stayed below, and we're still trending down. We're making lower highs, lower lows. Momentum on a local is looking like it's maybe shifting up a little bit. Maybe we move up. But it's hard for me to make a strong call on AMP right there. I would say if you like AMP, it's well below its all-time high, so maybe it's a good time to grow your bags a little bit. I see Zilliqa. Let's take a look at Zilliqa. Let's see if that's calmed down to a reasonable price yet. We're still well above the 200-day simple moving average. We're clearly having a downtrend, but it does seem to be flattening. Maybe even turning up a little bit. We have a Lever Atlas is maybe going to print a green dot here in a minute. The whole where did it come from? It came from about 4.5 cents. Now we're sitting at 10. That's way more reasonable than 22 cents. Metaverse as a service is a very interesting narrative. It's an interesting narrative. It is. And it's probably going to be a valuable service. But I feel like metaverse, real usable metaverse, is further away than most people think. That's what I think. What's my metaverse doing? My MetaMask doing? Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at Matic. Hey, thanks for the follows coming in, by the way. John's Alpha Kings now. Thank you for the follow. Interesting names. And I'm not ignoring your comments down here. I'm just out here looking on this computer screen instead of my phone screen, so I miss a lot of comments. Matic. I like Matic long term, I'll tell you that much. We do seem to be going up. Lever Atlas called a pretty nice bullish divergence here. That's what this line indicates. And if you go over here and follow the dotted line up, you see that it said, hey, price is going to go up, and price went up. So that was a pretty good call by Lever Atlas here. Polywagon, Happy Face, ZMax, thanks for the follows. John's Sofa King Snow. I thought it was John's fucking Snow is what I thought it was. Yeah, I think most things we're looking at today are looking kind of sideways, like they want to decide what to do. With that being said, that usually results in a clicking timer to if it's going to break up or break down. So I'll be looking for more evidence of that going forward. What crypto is this? This is Matic, Polygon, James Bond, Chaparro. Thanks for the follows. Love James Bond. Although the last movie, I still feel traumatized by him. I don't want to give a spoiler what happens. Bib, QB, Easy Wealth. Thanks for the follows. Scam Detector Crypto. Thoughts on Jasmy? I don't know enough about Jasmy, but I know people have been asking me a lot about it the past 2-3 weeks. Trias, sure, let's take a look at Trias. Crypto.csd. Dude, I'm gonna have to mute you. You've done this for several days. I'm not sure what you're doing here with this Scam Detector Crypto. I'm not sure what you're doing. So stop posting that. I mean, I know it's not about me, but it's not helpful to anybody in the chat. What's going on there? Mall Blue, Envy Story. Thanks for the follows. What were we gonna look at here? Let's see here. Let's see here. What was it? Someone just said Trius. Yeah, let's look at Trius. I don't know what Trius is. If you can leave a comment about what Trius is, boy, that's been a nice uptrend. I'll tell you that much. That's interesting. Nice uptrend. Now it's kind of going sideways. Looks like we're getting some consolidation type of thing here, figuring out what it wants to do with these little momentum waves. What do we think? Yeah, it looks like it's going sideways. I think it's going to continue sideways, and it's getting even more tight. But I think a lot of the market from what we looked at so far is waiting to either bust up or bust down, break up or bust down. I think that's what we're kind of getting at here. What else do we want to look at? I think I saw someone put Luna. Let's definitely take a look at Luna. Got a lot of lines drawn for Luna. This is kind of helpful. All these Fibonacci lines are well above the 200-day simple moving average. Lever Atlas did call an up. It didn't move up too much, but I think Luna of all the ones we've looked at so far does look, because it's coming to support here, does look like it's got the best chance of going up. Plus Luna was all the way up here at an all-time high of about 120 bucks. Now it's down here at like 80. That seems like a good buy point to me, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Crazy Girl, thanks for the follow. Crazy Glee, excuse me. What is the BAME? What is the name of indicator below? Oh, this is Lever Atlas. If you want to get Lever Atlas, click the link in my TikTok bio. It'll take you to my resources page. You can get Lever Atlas right here. But I really recommend watching this class. Get how I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free when the price goes down. Yeah, you heard that right. But Luna looks like, of all of them we looked at so far, has the best chance going up. The Yaz and at Fisi, thanks for the follows. To Kitty Talk, iCoffee, thanks for the follows. So Luna looks like it's got the best chance going up. Plus it's 33% down from its all-time high here. Maybe a good time to get in. I'm bullish on it long term. Oya Bank, iCoffee, thanks for the follows. R, let's take a look at R. I don't know what that is. Pirate Chain, that makes sense. Here we go. We're streaming live on TikTok and YouTube, by the way. By the way, I put up a YouTube video today that showed a protocol I found that's earning me 8% per day on the Phantom Network. Now, it is high risk, high reward, no doubt about it. And I talk about in the whole video how I'm going to play it. So go check that out. It's over on my YouTube channel, Daily Crypto Bull. Here's the video, actually. Daily Crypto Bull is the name on YouTube. You can also just click the play button in the TikTok bio or click this little button up here on my resources page. But what is Pirate Coin? What is this? Looking at this chart, it's interesting, and I don't know anything about the project. It sounds interesting. It sounds kind of memey. Well above its 200-day simple moving average, but it has been in a downtrend. Does look like maybe it's got a chance of making a higher low here, which would be positive for it. But I think most things are waiting to see what Bitcoin's going to do. Maybe even Ethereum, but probably Bitcoin, since the merge is pushed out. People aren't paying as much attention. What are we looking at? This is R, A-R-R-R. It's called Pirate Coin or Pirate Chain, something like that. Panda and User, thanks for the follows. What do you think about MM? What is MM? What else do we want to look at? That's Pirate Coin. I don't know how to read Pirate Coin. Let's take a look at Mana. That's something I know a little bit more about. Well below its 200-day simple moving average. That's what this yellow line is. Looks like we're riding along this Fibonacci line right here, this support zone, but it did bust below, come above. So the question is this line over here, this Fibonacci line, is it support or is it resistance at this point? I think it's deciding what it wants to be. It looks like excuse me, momentum is moving up, but I don't know. Hey, by the way, we're only at 357 likes. There's 118 people on here. Let's get us up to 1,000 likes. I bet you guys can do it in like 30 seconds. That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome. But I would say Mana, which is Decentraland, if anything, I would guess that this Fibonacci line currently is support. Since momentum seems to be moving up, I actually think money flow is making its way up too. VWAP is above the line. RSI is going up. Yeah, I think that's what I would put for now on Mana. El Shadow, the Dennis Ventura, thanks for the follows. MM is a privacy coin. I think privacy coins are useful. You know, Monero and Zcash are probably the main ones. But I think they're gonna have hell coming for them by the government in a matter of time. You already see some of it happening. So I don't know what's going to come of that. Cigar Guy and Brum, thanks for the follows. We're in a downtrend on everything, says train.eth. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. Because if we zoom out, you can't help but see that let's zoom out a bit. Let's just go to Bitcoin real quick, because that's the main one. Let's go take a look. We're going to go to the daily. I mean, it depends where you look at it from. Depends where you look at it from. Because if you're looking at it from up here, the downtrend was going here, and then we broke that going into all this stuff. So technically, we are in an uptrend, because we're still in an uptrend. But if this were to come down below, say, you could say here, but you could also say like here, that would be a strong sign of a true downtrend, because now we'd be making lower lows on the daily time frame. But we've been making higher highs and higher lows. This golden pocket, we got rejected pretty hard. Now we're kind of riding this Fibonacci line down here, which is kind of double Fibonacci lines, because I got two different boxes drawn. We broke these trend lines. This is the last trend line right here. If we break this trend line, then I would say we are in a confirmed downtrend. But right now, this is an uptrend, I would say. This is an uptrend. Let me draw one more trend line, actually. We'll go from here to like here. I'd say that's another trend line to look at, and we're riding that one. So I think this is a really good one to look at right here. If we can if we break down below this and stay below it, that would be bearish. If we can go above it and stay above it, that would be nice. I think that's exactly what's happening right now with most of the market. I think it's really deciding what it wants to do, and I think it's getting to a tight squeeze where it's either going to burst up or bust down. So we're getting close. I think a move is coming soon, but there's not enough data for me to be able to tell which so far. But with what's going on in the economy and the market, and the Fed's going to be putting up interest rates and everything, I can't help but feel that I would probably lean bearish. But then again, there's so much bearishness going on that the market likes to do the opposite of what most people think. So that's kind of the strongest case for it going up anyways. Isaac Cleo, thanks for the follow. Enoch says, which indicator do you use? This whole screen is TradingView, and this indicator down here is Lever Atlas. If you click the link in my TikTok bio, it'll take you to my resources page. This is Lever Atlas, and this is TradingView right here. So let's click that button and that button. Yeah. Anyone talk about SLP? I'm 10x short from 40,900. It's definitely coming down. Day trading hacker. It very well could be. It has been going down. So the trend, we are in a local trend of it going down from 48,000. Now we're at 40. So if you took a short at 40,900, I mean, you're in the profit right now. If anything, what I would do is I would move my stop loss to somewhere around the entry just to secure the profit. And that's what I would do. And that's just kind of my way of going, man. Number one rule in making money is don't lose money. But, manage your risk, manage your losses. Auto Indicator left the chat. Auto Indicator. I don't know who that was. But all right, that's cool. Lever Atlas looks like a knockoff of Market Cipher. Day trading hacker, be careful with your words. It's similar to Market Cipher, but it's my own thing that I made. You're talking to a human being here. Be respectful, please. If you'd like to learn, it's definitely different. But Market Cipher is a good tool also. Show indicator. Auto indicator was that scam bot. Oh, I guess I didn't notice it. I'm glad it left. That's for sure. Hey, what's up, Fooney? Buy user. Day trading hacker, yeah. And I do have a free trial running on it. It costs less than Market Cipher, and I really try to educate people on trading. And so if you take up the free trial of Lever Atlas, you actually get my whole course for free. And it's a very legit course. It shows my whole strategy, anyways. and then a bunch of other basic fundamentals. XRP, oh yeah, let's definitely take a look at XRP. I mean, what are we doing? Did you guys hear the big news on XRP today? VP Fed Ripple. The where is it? Craig DeWitt. Craig DeWitt becomes vice chair of. Let's click on this. Vice chair of U.S. Faster Payments Council. That was on the Fed. Let me read this again. I'm pretty sure someone from Ripple, or at least used to be at Ripple. Yeah. No, not there. No, it wasn't either. Oh, he's not even there yet? Where is it? Anyways, I saw it earlier. Damn it, where is it? Someone from Ripple got appointed as a VP chair or a VP, something like that, on the Federal Reserve, appointed by Biden, of course, from what I understood. So that's really interesting. Dirtbag Stu and Chef Consoro, thanks for the follows. So we're looking at XRP here. Obviously, that's why this big spike came in here, because of that announcement. So I wouldn't be, and it's sitting here a little above this Fibonacci line here. So I wouldn't be buying right now today. Looks like we're going to be printing a dot. This pump, that's why this pump is here, because of that announcement today. Lion Toidle, thanks for the follow. Biden admin, yeah, that's who put him in there. So, you know, think what you want of Biden. I'm not like some big Biden fan. I'm not really a political guy at all. I kind of don't care who the president is. That may piss some of you off, but I kind of don't care because I think it's all kind of bullshit anyways. But you know, you see the adoption, right? And we're sitting here looking at the lifetime chart of Bitcoin. I mean, look at everything going on. Do you understand back here in 2017? Do you understand the most minute things that we don't even talk about today would have been the biggest news of the year back here 5 years ago? Like, I'm not exaggerating at all. We have come so far, and the adoption is obviously so massively increasing and growing. Like, if you don't think Bitcoin and crypto keeps this up, you're not paying attention at all. So just please, my message, never stop paying attention to crypto. If it goes down and gets bloody as hell, pay more attention to crypto than you have ever paid in your life, because that's when your real wealth was built. Guess what? Way less people were paying attention down here than up here. Same thing with down here than up here, but when was the best opportunity? Every stinking time. So XRP, I would avoid it right now. I'm not looking to sell it. I grow my bags of XRP. Bitcoin dropped 7 times in 2017. Yeah, probably at least. When you're saying that Decida, you probably mean like certain amounts. It's all a scam once countries make their own digital currencies. All these coins will be worthless. A lot of, I think a lot of crypto coins that are out there now will go down. Absolutely. There's going to be a flushing, but Bitcoin won't be one of them. Ethereum won't be one of them. I don't think XRP will be one of them. Mr. Frog, thanks for the follow. What about Tesla? I don't really do stocks. Where do you see XRP in the future, though? I see XRP getting very big. Like, look at that. This pump happened today because a guy from Ripple, what's his name? I wish I could find the article, got appointed to the Federal Reserve. Are you kidding me right now? If you don't think that's bullish for crypto, I mean, come on. For crypto adoption. John Morales, thanks for the follow. Crypto Dom, Rongo, thanks for the follow. Shib, sure, let's take a look at Shib. By the way, where are you guys tuning in from, by the way? Where's everybody tuning in from? Lake Dog, Monir, thanks for the follows. Looking at Shib here. Shib had this nice pump here when it got listed on Robinhood, then it's come back to reality. The last little bit of SHIB I had, I sold here, and I'm done. I'm probably never buying SHIB again, just to be straight with you. I think SHIB is done. I think Doge, Elon Musk could bring Doge back from the dead. If he were to get Twitter and make Doge like a currency you can accept and pay with on there, yes, that would be, that would change everything I think about Doge, obviously. But barring something miraculous like that, I just don't see how it exists. We got Australia, Sacramento. Thanks for the finger heart, by the way, Mr. Frog. Alabama, says Roll Tide. London, England. South Dakota. Kaylee, I grew up in South Dakota. Kaylee. California, Toronto, Orlando, Kansas, Wisconsin. I got family. Oh, there's Texas. I got family in Texas and Wisconsin and Minnesota. Florida. Egypt. Hell yeah. Sydney, Australia, Sweden. Tune in from all over. Like, if you're nothing else about crypto, like realize to a decent degree, it unites people, in my opinion, because here we are from all over the world tuning in to watch. By the way, I'm very humbled that you guys are here watching me. You could do anything with your day, so I'm very thankful and appreciative of you being here. But it gives us this commonality that supersedes countries and races and politics and stuff like that. And here we are, we're just like, hey, we're into crypto. You walk up to someone, and if you're into crypto and they're into crypto, like, you're buddies. You know what I mean? You may like different stuff in crypto, but the thing is, you get along. We got Iraq, Malaysia, Canada, South Africa, Brisbane, Australia, that is, Rapid City. That's the best part of the state, Kaylee. That's for sure. Mr. Frog, thanks for the gift. Yeah, Rapid City is the best part. You know, Mount Rushmore. It's the most beautiful part of the state. The Badlands, all that. This guy's named Michael Barr. God, it could be. I'm sorry. I just saw it a bit ago, and I cannot remember. And he's from XRP, but I would think of it more as Ripple. Melbourne, North Korea. North Korea? Gone to North Korea? Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know what it's like there, but I feel like, you know, from what we're told here, which could, who knows what's true or not, but I feel like we're told, like, you guys don't even get internet. So, awesome, super awesome. Ghana, thanks for the follows coming in, Mons and Robert. So SHIB's looking like it's kind of going the way of the rest of the market. Looks like it's kind of getting tight squeezed sideways, waiting to either burst up or bust down. Malta, Hawaii, that's so true. I went to a rugby match. My friends do it as well. Damn right. Teslong, the guy's name Michael Barr. Funi. Let me look that up. Yeah. There you go. Biden to nominate Michael Barr as top Fed banking regulator. Let's look at this real quick. Oh, that's big. I should have made a TikTok on this today. I probably will. Former Obama Treasury, oversee financial institution. Michael Barr. Maybe I should just search for Michael Barr Ripple. Let's do that. Former Ripple advisor, Barr, to top U.S. Fed. So, that's crazy. Like, crypto, someone from the crypto world has now made their way into the, let's click on that, into the U.S. Fed. But he's still got to win a difficult Senate confirmation, I guess. Boy, they better put him in. Come on. But the White House selected him, but apparently the Senate has still got to confirm it, and they're saying it's going to be a difficult one. So we'll see. Cross your fingers. What's up, Romania? What do I think about centralized social price? I'm not sure what that means. Is Bitcoin at bottom? I couldn't say for sure. It's very possible that we go down lower, but again, I want to remind you, lifetime chart of Bitcoin. If we go lower, there should be a good part of you that just says thank you. Because I'm with Kathy Wood and a lot of other people. I think there's a good shot Bitcoin is $1 million or more per Bitcoin in the year 2030. It's 8 years away. If you understand Bitcoin cycles, crypto cycles, the Bitcoin halving, all that stuff, and you look at the adoption rate that we're having, just be thankful the lower it goes and fill your bags. Bitcoin will fall at 10K. You know, part of me says I hope so, because that's when I'll really just spend money. But in the meantime, no matter what I do, I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free when the price goes down and when it goes up. But take my free masterclass to learn how to do that. I mean, you heard me right. I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free, and you can too. See Bitcoin rainbow chart. How do I look up Bitcoin rainbow chart? Bitcoin's going down to 35K. That's very possible. Ace Crypto, welcome back in, by the way. I remember you from yesterday. Lux deals for you. Thanks for the follow. Let me Google Bitcoin rainbow chart. I'm not sure what that is. Is that some kind of I think I know what you're talking about. Let's look at it. Bitcoin rainbow price. Yeah, okay, that is what it is. Usually when I look at this, it's not in all these colors. It's usually just in like 2 colors. So we're sitting in this kind of greenish. So yeah, the rainbow chart that he's talking about, I assume is that when it gets to the red, that's basically usually the top. And when it gets to blue, that's usually basically the bottom. And you see how it's tracked that very well over its life. It did bust above it back here. This is a good chart. Thanks for bringing this up, by the way, Ace. But you see, so we're in this middle here, right? So what it looks like is we certainly have higher that we could go. Seems like we're closer to the bottom than the top. You know what I'm saying? Like at 40. So in these zones, if you're below the yellow, that's probably a good time to buy, in my opinion. And if you are getting into the more orange or redder zones, maybe those are better times to take profits. Ripple have been in White House for a very long time. They have detox. Rainbow chart says buy at 17. I mean, I'm kind of seeing, well, I mean, you mean, would you say, Funi, would you say the blue zone right here? Because over here, I would say, I mean, it looks to me like I'd be happy to buy at about 22. Anything in the low 20s. I mean, I'm happy to buy now. Because as we go out here over time, like there's $500,000 on the 12/6/2024 if we were to hit that. Even there, May 31st, 2024, here we're looking at 218,000 if we're in the orange zone. That's kind of crazy, right? Look at that. Oh, maybe you don't see it. So the orange, this is like the middle zone, you know, yellow and orange. Let's even look at yellow. This is about 2 years from now, we're looking at 158,000 in the yellow zone. Like when you look at stuff like this, like in Bitcoin's at 40,000 right now, I mean, do you not think, so you're saying I could put 40K in right now, and in 2 years from now, it'll basically be worth like 4 times that conservatively? In my opinion, that is what I'm saying, as my opinion. Thanks for all the follows coming in. Do we get a full Bitcoin from Masterclass? I don't give you any crypto in the Masterclass, but I show you how you can get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free. And it's not like it's very legit. I do it all the time. I mean, we do it through trading, but most people don't understand what that really means, and certainly they don't have a strategy to be successful at it. That's what I teach you in the Masterclass. Take it while it's still free. I mean, come on. Because I'm going to charge for that soon, because I'm tired of people like procrastinating it. It took me months to make that thing and years of information for me to even gather to be able to make that class. It also says sell Bitcoin at 37 in 2012. $37. Did it? Where does it say the buy and sell? Oh, because of the red. I see. It says to sell in 2017. It said to sell at 20. Wait, what year did you say? 2012. Let's go back here. It says to sell at 230. Says to in 2012. Oh, maybe here. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, I mean, you can see how accurate this thing is. I do like it. I'm surprised I haven't really looked at this before. Thanks for bringing this up today. We need to read their market. Their stop loss is our entry. Yeah, that could be a good point. Your class is free. Yes, it's absolutely free. I mean, you do got to give me your email, but I don't spam you or any shit like that. I actually kind of rarely send emails. But if I send emails, they're not spammy or junk. They're actually usually informative, or maybe telling you about something like, oh, I just made this YouTube video. Go watch it immediately because of this XYZ. Stuff like that. There's a lot of education in just the emails, which I don't send that many emails. And regardless, you know, if you like me, if you like what I'm doing here, come a little further into my world. Bugsy, how do we access the masterclass? Everything I'm talking about, just click the link in my TikTok bio. Or if you're watching on YouTube, the link in the description. It'll take you to this page. This is my crypto resources page. The very first one is the class. Just click the button. Lever Atlas is the indicator I'm using down here. Trading pattern sheet. If you haven't really gotten into DeFi, or it scares you, but you see the big gains and you don't know where to start, get my DeFi guide. It's only $20. I'm probably going to be raising the price on it very soon. With that being said, $20. I mean, are you kidding me? That's nothing. I've used tons of DeFi protocols, and in this guide, I show you my 5 favorite. that I have almost all of my DeFi money in because I'm very familiar with the teams, their security efforts, their innovators, and this is it right here. Like I'm getting 40%, 40% on my stable coins. If you're unfamiliar with what a stable coin is, that's a coin that's always worth $1, a US dollar. So I'm getting 40% on my US dollar, on my cash. Yes, I'm beating the hell out of inflation. If you want to learn that, there's a ton of other good stuff in here too, because I'm getting multiple hundreds percents on my other cryptos in very safe, legit DeFi protocols. My 5 favorite that literally almost all my DeFi money is in. So get the guide. Plus it supports the channel. I take this money and I go put it in other things and go tool around and do my research. And if you want something just easier to use, if you're in the States, be sure to get Voyager. Voyager is truly a lot better than Coinbase because you don't pay fees when you buy and sell crypto on it, and you get interest on your crypto, right? If you don't want to go play around in the DeFi pool, which is a little bit more advanced, this is as simple as using Coinbase. Be sure to use this code because you'll get $25 in free Bitcoin if you use it. But it's only available in the States. And 19K to 3.6K, 2017 to 19, yeah, Funi. That is what happened. That's what happens. But one thing that I want to point out is we didn't get into max euphoria zone. So I don't see us necessarily going down this low. That's where I'm sitting at. I couldn't see it going. I believe in balance. And if it didn't go up like crazy, I don't see it necessarily crashing like crazy. Like here went up like crazy, crashed like crazy. Back here went up like crazy, crashed like crazy. But it went up like mid-zone, so it makes sense to me that it's just kind of stay in this green. If it only got to the orange zone, it's only going to get to the green zone. Which, when I look at these prices, that makes sense to me. Maybe we get in the high 2s, high to mid 2s, but I don't see it going below 20. That's for sure based on the highs that we've made so far. Can you change the time frame on the rainbow? I don't know. You guys just pointed this out to me now. Let's go to dark mode. Halving. See, they drew the lines too for the halving events. Look what happens to the price. Boom, boom. Here's the next one. In about, what date do they have on it? Yeah, they got March 2024. Let's go back to the regular charts. Let's see here. What else we got here? Djo, thanks for the follow. Jesus Christ, Bitcoin from 1237 to 230. I know, but all those people freaked out. I mean, believe me, like give it some years and you'll be looking back at these prices like, God, I can't believe it was that cheap. Never stop paying attention to crypto. Swear to God, do not do it. Worst financial mistake you can make, in my opinion. Bitcoin forming a bearish flag. It very well could be. It very well could be. Actually, now that you say it, it kind of looked like that. Let's take a look at something else. Take a look at Solana. Have you guys used or heard of Steppen? GMT, GST. Have you guys used or heard of that? I've been using it, and I've been pretty impressed so far. It's only been a few days, but it's crazy, man. I go for a walk, and I make like $40. It's crazy. And I like the whole, like, it makes me want to exercise more. So fitness is a big space, and if they can, I don't know, I just see a lot of potential there. So I had to buy one of their NFTs and start earning. This looks bullish to me because we're making similar lows, but the momentum wave is just so much shallower than this, right? So this looks bullish to me, and I think money's in the red on the 4 hour, but it looks to me like it could be at a bottom and turning because that's a pretty low point for money flow. Negative 25 is what it's at. If you see what I'm talking about right there, negative 25. But then again, this looks kind of like a little trigger wave, but it's too far out for that. We already came down and went up. This looks a little bullish to me, actually, but we're meeting resistance here in all these fib lines, especially this golden pocket. Yeah, 500 end of the year, very well could be. It's not Market Cipher, similar to it. This is Lever Atlas. Click the link in my TikTok bio, and it'll take you to my resources page. This is Lever Atlas right here. I got a free trial running on it right now, which I will be ending very, very soon. And I also have, if you even just take me up on the free trial, you get my whole trading course for free. And that course is easily worth over $1,000. Seriously. I reveal all of my shit in it and all the fundamentals you need to know to trade to get yourself free Bitcoin and Ethereum. But if you're new to trading, take this class. Definitely take this class. Plus, I may or may not have a very special limited time opportunity in this class if you watch it, but only if you watch it. I don't offer it anywhere else. Jur, Release the Hounds, thanks for the follows. Just bought the guide, we'll read shortly. Awesome, Mr. Frog. Definitely do. And it's got complete written and video walkthroughs of all 5 protocols, DeFi protocols. I'm just joining in now. You do live technical analysis. This is when I do live technical analysis, but if you're a Lever Atlas member, I would really recommend, well, for everybody, I would really recommend joining my text message list while it's still free, because I send out trading alerts on there and other things that I find, but I don't send out that many messages, only when it's worth sending one out. And definitely join the Discord too. Again, this is all my crypto resources page. Just click the link in the TikTok bio or the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Speaking of that, let's check in on the YouTube folks. Got any comments over there? On the Edge from Portugal, Raji from the Netherlands, welcome in. Sorry, this software I use for YouTube streaming doesn't allow me to comment, so I'm trying to figure that out, right? I'm not the most tech savvy guy. If any of you can tell me how to stream on YouTube from my computer and be in the chat, you know what I mean, without whatever software to use, like I've been trying to do my research, but I can't find a good consensus idea. So, you know, if you guys want to share a good one with me, I'm open to hearing it. Right now I'm using OBS. Download the DeFi as a zip file. I think it is. Yes, it is. If somehow the zip file doesn't work, just email me and I'll just literally send you the file. Just the thing that I use, this stand page thing, which is great, by the way. I really like, I know the founder and everything. I really like it. But that's just the way the protocol is set up, is that I uploaded the file, but they make it a zip, probably just to compress it. If the zip file somehow doesn't open, just email me. Miguel Raimondo, thanks for following. And my email is support@dailycryptobull.com. Enzo, thanks for the follow. Eddie, thanks for the follow. Coolest Internet says I'm just joining now. Oh yeah, do live. Yeah, this is the only live technical analysis I do. But I'm on here Monday through Friday, noon Pacific Standard Time on TikTok and YouTube. And I'm Daily Crypto Bull across all the socials. TikTok and YouTube are my main spots, but I also use Twitter and Instagram. Instagram would probably be 4th. I use it the least. Twitter, you know, Twitter is a message forum kind of thing, you know, so it has a purpose. YouTube is long form content, so it has a purpose. TikTok is short form content, so it has a purpose. But I really like going live. What else we want to look at? Let's look at AVAX, right? Luna and AVAX are starting to kind of get in bed together. Luna's buying a lot of AVAX. I think AVAX is going to start using UST, which is the native stablecoin of Terra Luna network. We're hitting this Fibonacci support line here. Looks like we got a pretty good support zone going on. This wave is, you know, Lever Atlas called this pretty good. See this green line right here, right? And see if we go from right here up, when we see a green line like this, it means price is going to go up. Boom. It's happened back over here too, right? Green line. Follow it up. Boom. Boom. Really? Wow, that really went up. That's a really, you know how much, like from here, like if you take my free masterclass to learn how to do this, but if you had say 1 Bitcoin down here or 0.00001 Bitcoin, you know, it doesn't matter the amount. I'm just saying 1 Bitcoin to make it easy math. This went up about 50%. If you take my masterclass and learn what I teach in here, when price goes up like this, like if you had 1 Bitcoin down here or 1 Ethereum, you could turn 1 Bitcoin or 1 Ethereum into like 5 Bitcoin. You could turn 1 Bitcoin into 5, 1 Ethereum into 5 on this 50% move. Same thing when it goes down. You could turn 1 Bitcoin, would this go down 28%? You could turn 1 Bitcoin into like 3 on this move. 1 Ethereum into 3 when the price goes down. You're hearing me exactly right. Take my masterclass. It's on my resources page. Take it while it's still free. Learn how to do that. That's the most powerful thing I think people can do. It's the most powerful thing I do. I learned how to do it from, I became aware of it first from smart money, what I would call smart money. And I saw that what they were doing was just so different than most people, including myself. That's when I realized I needed to do that. What trading indicator do I use? This whole thing is trading view, obviously, to view all this, but I use Lever Atlas. It's my own custom indicator that I made. It took me a few months to make it, working with several different developers. It's very similar to Market Cipher, but it is definitely different. You can get Lever Atlas right here. I got a free trial running on it, actually, but I really recommend taking the masterclass. Thoughts on one? I think Harmony won. I think Harmony, yeah, it's TradingView. And TradingView, by the way, is on this page too. You can get it right here. This button. But Harmony won. I think Harmony won still has some good things going on. That's what I think of it. And Matic, I like Matic too, because they are, I think they are still a really good scaling / layer 2 solution to Ethereum. What else should we look at? Let's look at Cardano. We haven't looked at Cardano yet. I think a lot of the market is deciding what it wants to do, right? We go back here, we see all these Fibonacci lines, and we're just trading in this very tight range. But the more I go through here, the more I'm thinking that I'm favoring up, because I'm seeing momentum shift. I'm seeing money flow kind of hit a bottom. That's this red thing here. And I see smaller waves happening. So I think we actually may, these are all just probabilities, right? So I'm using my probabilities to guess, give myself a higher probability. I think we are actually, more and more charts we look at, I feel like we're going to go up. Huh. Interesting, right? Look at this red line back here Lever Atlas did, by the way. Check that out. Follow that up. What happened? Pretty good call. Called it right at the top. Green line down here. Yeah, it's a decent little move. Not quite what I would be looking for, but I like to see waves like big waves like this, well above this line or well below this line. This one was, but I'd like to see this one more, and that's why I'm kind of feeling like we're more bullish. Lever Atlas didn't draw a line, and I wouldn't necessarily 100% call that a bullish divergence, but damn, I almost would. I'm leaning like I would, so I feel like it's going to go up. What's the indicator at the bottom? This is Lever Atlas. If you want to learn about it and learn how to use it, take this masterclass, and you can get Lever Atlas for a free trial right now too. And actually, if you take me up on the free trial, you get my whole trading course. Apple TV, what's going on? I must have clicked the button. The way you get there, by the way, you just click the link in my TikTok bio. Let's go back to the chart. So that's ADA. ADA looks like it wants to go up to me. You think Bitcoin is going to hold the uptrending level of support we've had since January? Let's go back to Bitcoin. Have we had an uptrending level since January? Let's go to the daily. Yeah, I suppose it is, huh? I suppose it is since January. That's a really good question. Now that I'm looking, because I was just talking about this a little bit ago, because I just drew this trend line like 10 minutes ago. And I was like, I kind of like that. I think that's exactly right. Let's go look at Lever Atlas real quick. Looks like on the daily, we're getting close to printing a green dot. If we print a green dot, that's a pretty strong sign that we hit bottom. And that's seeming to be consistent with most of the charts that I'm looking at so far today. I started out thinking we're going sideways, and I couldn't really tell which way I favored, if we're going to go up or down. But as we look at more stuff, I'm becoming more favorable that we're going up. And this, actually looking at it, looks like what's called a hidden bullish divergence. And what that is you look at this low right here, it correlates with this wave, and then you look at this low and it correlates with this wave. What's interesting about that is that this is lower than this one, but this wave is much lower than this one. So that means there's a bunch of force trying to bring it down, but the bulls are holding strong. So price is going up. We haven't printed a dot and confirmed it yet, but price is going up and momentum is doing this thing. So that's actually a hidden bullish divergence. That's interesting. Ethereum also has a rainbow chart. Fundamental, thanks Fooney. That's maybe we look at that real quick. Do they have flippening index? That's interesting. Do they have it on this one right here? Maybe we'll type in Ethereum rainbow. Yeah. Let's look at the Ethereum rainbow chart. Ethereum looks like it's kind of in the same spot as Bitcoin. Boy, I mean, look how he calls it so well. But you couldn't call that because it's not really getting into that zone. So maybe this rainbow needs to be tightened? I don't know, right? Because if we don't get up here, that's tough. That's tough. But regardless, I think good buy zones right now, if you look at it longer term. Fundamental Vibes, thanks for the follow. Liz Sanap, Mud Truck, J Hair, thanks for the follows. User 968, thanks for the follow. Is it fucking real? Flippening is probably going to happen with ETH merge. Let's go back to that real quick because I saw that chart. Whoops, wrong one. I saw that chart talking about the flippening chart. Thanks for you guys bringing this up to me today. I actually did not know about this chart or this particular site. I didn't really realize it was rainbow colored like that. The one that I've used was more just showed the outer ranges of the top and bottom. I kind of like the rainbow zone thing. Let's go to the flippening index. What is this? How does this work? Active addresses, flippening. Yeah, I don't want to dive into all this. This looks pretty interesting, but I don't want to go through it right now. I want you guys to have to watch me learn on the spot. Flippening is probably going to happen after ETH merge, Jax. That's what I think too. I mean, I don't know how long this stuff's going on, but after the merge, eventually I think ETH will flip Bitcoin, if only for a moment. I think it's going to, you can think of Ethereum's market cap as a strong resistance zone for Ethereum. I think it's going to have a little bit of a trouble staying above it, but then eventually it's going to go above it, and it's going to have trouble staying above it. It's going to get rejected, and eventually it's going to go above it and flip it into support and stay above it. I mean, that's just kind of inevitable, in my opinion. Triology, what's up? This chart is pretty sweet, I agree. Do you like Radix XRD? I've had some people ask me about that. Yesterday, some people brought it up. We already looked at Jasmy. Jasmy seems to be kind of leveling out. Let's go to that Radix thing. Radix, what was it? Radix, thanks for the share, by the way, Jilliel. Radix XRD. Actually, did it come up on the chart? I'm assuming it's this one. Hasn't been around. This chart only goes back to June 26th. We're solidly below the support. The all-time high was 65 cents. Now we're sitting at 13 cents. So to me, it looks like things are swinging up, right? We got momentum kind of swinging up here, right? We're making higher lows in the momentum waves. We just printed a dot on the daily. That's pretty bullish, short term anyways. It's interesting because this also, as you go across, it looks like a pretty strong support zone. But also, I think now it's kind of a resistance zone. We'll see if we can come above it. I think you want to come up here to at least like 17, 18 cents and stay above it. And then you got 21 cents here at the 200-day moving average and go above that. What does Radix do? Radically different DeFi. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Welcome to Web3 FinTech on Radix. The only decentralized network that lets you build fast rewards, who makes it better, scale with friction. I was talking about this yesterday at a site I went to, and I say this over and over. We have to get better. We have to get better at using our words so that regular people can understand it. The only decentralized network that lets you build fast rewards, everyone who makes it better and scales without friction. Is that even grammatical? I'm not dogging them. I'm just being picky because I'm looking at this. I look at these things like, you know, your most basic kind of not that smart, your average person comes on here and like, do they understand this quickly? Because that matters, especially in this world where we're so stimulated with so much information. The only decentralized network that lets you build fast rewards, rewards everyone who makes it better and scales without friction. That's not very grammatic. That's hard to understand. They need to rewrite that. A place where DeFi can, in my opinion, build fast and don't break things. A purpose-built DeFi programming environment, it's a mouthful, will enable fast and secure development. I mean, I don't know who they're targeting. Are they targeting developers? If they're targeting developers, this is good. If you're targeting your average user, this is not good. Mainnet, smart money apps. That's something I'll have to look into more later. You really want me to look at Jasmy again, huh? I already looked at Jasmy. Jasmy's come down a lot, you know. Jasmy started at like a little over a penny, and now it's under 2 cents. It pumped all the way up to like 4.5, almost 5 cents. So if you like JASMI, this may be a good time to get if you like it long term. It looks to me like we might be printing a dot on the daily. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and take a closer look at JASMI. But by the way, I want to go back to that quick. JASMI's down. It was nothing but down. And yeah, everything went down. But JASMI went down way harder than most things that we look at. And so that, I don't love that for what it's worth, at least on a shorter time frame. It's still just going down. Whatever caused this big ass pump, I don't know, but it's been coming down ever since. So, but we did print a bullish divergence. I don't know why, because I don't see any green candles here, but it looks like momentum's in money flow are hitting kind of a bottom. So again, this kind of confirms with me, I think a lot of the market is going to flip up. I think I'm going to put the probability on the market is going to have a green wave come in. I don't mean it's going to the moon. Price moves in waves, right? Up, down, green wave, red wave, green wave, red wave, green wave, red wave, green wave, red wave. I think we're going to have a bit of a bump up on most things. That's what it keeps looking like to me. Is it going to shoot up? I don't know about that. Watched your free YouTube. I'm thinking of joining now. How long does it take before most begin trading? I would say go through the information as fast as you can do it, but the point is to just start out. And when you start trading, because I use Bybit, so that's what I'm most familiar with. Bybit actually has a testnet, so you can start trading on Bybit's testnet. So it's like fake trading, like paper trading. You're not using real crypto, and you can start testing it out and refining your skill that way, just like that. So after you sign up for Bybit, I think I give you the link to do it, and definitely use that link I give you because then you get an actual deposit bonus. But after you set up your regular Bybit, go to the testnet, right? Testnet.bybit, and you can start trading without using real crypto, but still get the real experience. You know what I mean? Because all the numbers are real, everything is the same. It's just you're not using real crypto, which means you can't lose any crypto. Also means you can't gain any crypto. But don't be in too much of a hurry. But I think, to me, most people can, if they follow my strategy and don't mix it up with a bunch of other people's strategy and try to make it all work together, don't do that. If you want to do what I'm doing, do what I do. If you want to do what someone else does, do what they do. But don't try to mix me and other people together, because the strategy is the strategy for a reason. And someone else's strategy is that's their strategy for a reason. You don't want to mix this stuff up, right? Choose what you're going to drink. You're going to drink Coke, you're going to drink Pepsi, you're going to drink 7-Up. Pick one. But if you mix them all together, they taste funny. Sean, Sapphire, thanks for the follows. Oh, there was a Tesla contest. This is coolest internet for JASMI. Okay, I was wondering what shot that thing up. But USA FanLax, that's what I would say. But I would say that there's no better time to start than right now. That's for sure. Because in my opinion, I'm going to get real with you guys for a second. In my opinion, you have 3 years. You have 3 years to get all the Bitcoin and Ethereum you can. You have 3, and XRP, in my opinion. But Bitcoin and Ethereum are my main ones. Bitcoin's or XRP's third. You have 3 years. Why 3 years? Because the opportunity we have right now, based on price and where we are in the adoption scale, where it's going to be in 3 years, the opportunity you have now will be greatly diminished in 3 years. Because in 2 years, we'll be having the next Bitcoin halving, a little less than 2 years. And look at the adoption rate of everything. We got a Ripple guy possibly going on into the Fed. We have Biden doing executive orders. We got countries doing legal tender. We have stadiums being named crypto.com, FTX.com, blockchain.com. We have this adoption going on. We have the opportunity now, but the life-changing opportunity, I think, will be over in 3 years. I think it will be still a very nice investment and very probably better than the stock market, but the life-changing opportunity, you got 3 years. Don't screw around. In my opinion, accumulate all the Ethereum and Bitcoin that you can. I don't care if you have millions of dollars or you got a few dollars. The method is the same. The best way to do it, and I learned how to do this because this is what smart money does. Click the link in my bio and take the masterclass. I teach you how to get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free. And it doesn't matter how much you have, you just need a little bit of Bitcoin or a little bit of Ethereum to get started. Don't screw around. You got 3 years. And I'm not saying, well, I'll wait a year or I'll wait 2 years. No. No, no, no. You got 3 years. Start now. Like, if you still want to chase shit coins and stuff, sure, go ahead. But spend way less time doing that and way less of your money doing that and start building wealth, right? Because if you can accumulate enough Bitcoin and Ethereum, like those are just going to go up forever. And in 3-4 years from now, you'll be wealthy, in my opinion. Not financial advice, can't guarantee anything, all those disclaimers. But if you, because of where the price comes in, let's go back to that damn rainbow chart. Right, let's go to 3 years from now. This thing's been pretty accurate. Let's just stay in the yellow zone, right in the middle. Right, in 3 years, where will we be in this time, 2025? It doesn't go quite that far, but it's putting Bitcoin in the yellow zone, which is right dead in the middle, not in the overbought, not in the oversold, at $200,000, right? So if you can really stack up your Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is Bitcoin. Ethereum's going to go up even more because of the merge in ETH 2.0. Like, to me, that's the most surefire strategy in all of crypto, is to get all the Bitcoin and Ethereum you can and just be a little bit more patient. Allow yourself 3 years, 4 years to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Not financial advice, can't guarantee a damn thing. That's my strategy. That's not even my strategy. That's what whales do. That's what whales and smart money do. Everything they do is about accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything. And the main way they do it is what I show you in that masterclass, which is trading. It's going to be about how much Bitcoin and ETH you have, not how much fiat you can make. I 100% agree with you, Jack. I mean, cash is trash. Fiat is trash, right? You saw the inflation report, 8.5%. So that means my dollar last year is now worth 91.5 cents. And that's not, and it's been, cash and fiat have only been going down in value for literally ever. Why would that trend break? What's Bitcoin been doing? Huh? Do you remember the lifetime chart of Bitcoin? Here's the rainbow chart, nothing but up. And here's this chart to make it even more apparent, nothing but up. Yeah, it goes up and down, but look, the trend is up and aggressively up. You guys seem like you just want to talk more today because I'm not getting a billion coins thrown out at me to look at. Overall, looking at the market, it looks to me like this is all just probabilities, right? And it looks to me more probable that we're going to see a green wave come in. How big? No idea. Might be 1%. Might be 10%. I don't know. You never know. What I really look for are signs of a shift in direction, because price moves in waves. It goes up in a green wave, down in a red wave, up in a green wave, down in a red wave. You never know how big the wave is going to be, but you can identify high probability pivot points, which is the shifting from green wave to red wave and red wave to green wave. It looks to me, it's not the most strong signal I've ever seen, but if I got to say something, I'd say I'm like 60-70% that I think we're going to have a green wave come in for most of the market. Be sure to join my text group and my Discord. Click the link in my TikTok bio or the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube. It'll take you to my resources page. Join stuff. Join the Discord. Join the text group while it's still free. Do you know how much people charge to be part of their alert group? Sometimes hundreds of dollars a month. Mine's still free. I will be charging for it eventually. When we get to a certain number of people on that list, I will start charging for it. Obviously, if you're already in it, I'm not going to charge you. What was that last chart? I had to step away. What's up, Gold Rush? I'm not sure that last chart. If Bitcoin will 14x and ETH 60x by 2030, probably makes more sense to stock up on ETH. I agree with you, but I want to be as conservative as possible, and I don't want to attach myself to any one thing. So both of those, say something catastrophic happens. Maybe ETH totally crashes and during the merge and goes to shit. I don't see that happening at all, but you never know. So both to me, because again, that's what whales and smart money do. And I really model what I do a lot after what they do, because they're the most successful. And not just because they have money. A lot of them started with no money. But you watch what they do and they just make the right moves. It's crazy. Because, blockchain, you can go look at wallets. And I spent a lot of time studying big wallets. And the things they do are different than 99% of the market. And they do a lot of trading. Because why not? If you develop that skill, which doesn't, in my opinion, you never master, you never get completely perfect at it, right? But you get better and better and better, just like anything. But it's what a powerful skill. It feels like a damn superpower. Being able to just get free Bitcoin and Ethereum when the price goes up and when it goes down, like, what a superpower. Like, who wouldn't want that? You can basically, I don't know, you can basically kind of write your own checks, in my opinion. Eagle, thanks for the follow. The last one you had up, I'm not sure. Let me put this down. You mean this one? This is the lifetime chart of Bitcoin. When was 13 years of Bitcoin? When was a bad time to get in? What do you think? We're right here. Where do you think price is going to go? Stick with the trend. By the way, click the link in my TikTok bio or in description if you're watching on YouTube, and check this stuff out. Get my DeFi guide for sure. I mean, it's only $20. I'll probably be raising the price as early as next week. $20. I've spent a shitload of money using shitloads of DeFi protocols. These are my 5 favorite that most of my DeFi money is in. They're safe as it can be. Nothing is without risk. But then the teams are the most legit and powerful and innovative and most secure conscious in the industry. And this is where most of my DeFi money is. And this comes with complete written and video guides and walkthroughs. So check that out. Plus it supports the channel, supports me. I appreciate it. And I will be raising the price on that soon. It was $9.99 last week. This week it's $19.99. Good chance it goes to $29.99 next week. You're welcome, Gold Rush. Is that what you were talking about? This chart? No wonder it looks so pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Burn it into your mind. And look at this. See this blue line? Look at what the price does after the blue line. Boom. 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 Oh, there's another blue line in the future? Yeah, this is March 2024. These are the Bitcoin halvenings. Hard programmed into the Bitcoin network. About every 4 years one happens. Creates an overnight supply shock. Boom. What's up, Deftone? Don't play on the pool I previously mentioned. I think I got scammed. Which pool? Is it Stable Pool? No, was that you? Was it? Because I tried to go to stablepool.io and it won't load. I didn't put anything in it. I was gonna, but it wouldn't load yesterday. That's the one. Damn it. It had like $200 million in TVL. What's my take on lengthening cycles? Oh, it's stablepool.net. Yeah, so apparently you think 389 TVL, you think you got scammed? Damn it, that's too bad. The sign-in thing, that was the main thing that kept me out, because I'm like, why am I signing in? That was so strange to me. Let's go here. Yeah, waiting to hear back from them. Withdrawal still pending. That's scary. I know. That's, god damn it. Sorry to hear that, man. Day trade Bitcoin and taking profits and splitting between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, that's fine too, Paul. I don't know. Like I just trade them both, so I don't really got to like split it up and do that, because they kind of move together. They move together really, anyways. So I have some in my. Well, I have several accounts on Bybit, because sometimes I go long and sometimes I go short at the same time on Bitcoin or on Ethereum. But what's my take on lengthening cycles? Yeah, I mean, we're already in what seems like a lengthened cycle. Plus, it makes sense with it becoming more legit, more adopted, more respected. It makes sense that it just kind of is becoming more of a market. instead of it's becoming less speculative. So the highs and massive crashes seem less dramatic, just like the regular stock market, right? You don't see the stock market quadruple in a month and then crash down 90% over the next year. That doesn't happen because it's more stable. It's less speculative, more understood. So that's my thought. Because I think, part of me is like, I really hope we go super, super deep bear. Because I do trading and I grow my bags that way. But I always have a little cash sitting on the sideline waiting for these absurd prices. Plus, if prices got to that level, I have other assets that I would sell to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum to get the cash out of them and put it in there. Because if they get down that low, like Bitcoin got to 10K and Ethereum got to like 1K or less, like I would sell most other assets I have to get that cash and put it into Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what I would do. Not financial advice. That's just what I would do. And I hope that happens, kind of. But I would really like to go way higher before that happens. Because, like I've told you guys, I take profits at all-time highs and I buy when it's 40% or more below all-time high, which is where we're at now. But I did my buying in the 30s. I'm not buying anymore right now. I'm still hoping for the truly parabolic runoff this cycle. Me too. We all are. We all are. I would love, and I think there's a really good chance, but again, the entire cycles may have kind of changed. I don't know. Even if, but if we do get that parabolic runoff top, odds are, like if we go to like 120K on Bitcoin, 150 something, odds are price doesn't really come back down much below where we're at right now, right? Because if we go up to like 120K, well, what's 90%, 85% drop of that? It's like 30K. So I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like there's not a better, because even if we have that parabolic runoff top, I want you to really hear me, right? If I say it goes to 120, right? And then we crash down for the next year, go down 85%. That would put us at like 30K, which is kind of where we're at now. So, like I said, I did my buying in the 30s. I would even use credit at that point. Oh, yeah. Oh, if it went down to like 10 and 1, fuck yeah. Probably me too. But with that being said, that's an extreme case. And I'm always trading. And I encourage you to learn about trading, whether it's with me or with somebody else, because it's the most powerful way to accumulate, frankly, shitloads of Bitcoin. More Bitcoin and Ethereum than you can buy. I don't care how much money you have. Yep, I did, Deftone. We talked about that a bit more. What was his name? Michael Barr? Nominated, yeah. We read a little further at that on here, and we saw that he's still got to make it through the Senate to be able to make it in. I really hope so. Goal is to sell the parabolic blow off and buy back in at 30. That's true, Jack. That's true. But it's nice, but you'll have that much more if you buy in here, and that does happen. You'll have that much more to sell, to cash out, to buy that much more when it comes down. Something to think about. Or the cash you'd use now, leave it aside. Whatever. Either way. By then, I'll be trading thanks to you. I hope so, Gold Rush. One of the main things I say, by then, you can start trading. You can start trading next week. Just go take my masterclass. Obviously, if you're going to trade the way I trade, you'll need Lever Atlas. I have a free trial on that. But this is something that I say, invest in yourself. Invest in developing this skill. Right? People spend, over $100,000 to go to college and just memorize shit in books and pass tests? To me, that's such a fucking scam. I have a doctorate, by the way. I went to a lot of school. So don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. I think overwhelmingly, completely unnecessary for most people. Where you can learn these skills, right? I'm out here teaching this trading skill because I'm teaching you how to make money. How to not just make money, accumulate the most precious asset, certainly in our generation, but since I don't know, pilgrims landed in America? Alan, thanks for the follow. DCA is great. The type of DCA I do isn't really daily cost average, although they're all great. I do dip cost averaging. That's what my D stands for. We're in that dip, right? I consider a dip 40% or more below all-time high. So that's when I buy. And I only sell when we're near or at or above. Well, you can't be above an all-time high. But when we're near or at all-time highs. That's the only time I sell. And the only time I buy is when we're 40% or more below an all-time high. Makes things a lot easier. No wonder you're super patient. You have a doctorate. It doesn't really mean anything. But I get what you're saying, because it is a lot of hard fucking work, right? College was a joke compared to my professional school, where I was, in college you take like 12 to 16 credits, maybe 17. In professional school, I was commonly taking over 30 credits. 30. And they're hard. They're more advanced level classes than anything in college. So, yeah. And I think I ended up graduating with, in college I graduated with honors. I thought college was kind of easy. But professional school, it just, the way we did it too, we didn't even get summers off. We did trimesters. So we did trimesters, right? So I didn't get summer off. We did 10 straight trimesters. So we packed in basically 5 years of school in just over 3 years of 30 plus credit mesters. I was burned out by the end, man. I think I got a D in one of my final classes, and that was the only D I've ever gotten in my life, because I was like, I don't fucking care. I'm done. I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna graduate with a B something average, and it doesn't even matter because I was done. Because I was gonna have my own business, and I did have my own business, but then I left, and I said, you know what? Because dealing with the insurance companies made it so miserable. I love my patients. I love working with people. I'm working with you guys. I love doing this. I love actually helping people make their lives better. Because you know how hard it is to get people to do anything good for themselves? Hard. I'm sure you can relate, right? Try to get your family into crypto, they think you're a joke. And you're like, God, you're an idiot. Just listen to me. Just a little bit. I mean, what's the risk? Or, anyway, so you guys are here, and this is all I want to do. I feel like this is the most financially impactful thing that a human can do. And that's why I'm out here every day teaching this shit. And plus, I'm in it every day. Like, I'm obsessed. What about eComey? You're welcome, Bout of Greatness. Bout of Greatness has been much more active in the Discord. I appreciate you, man, because it takes a community. You teach jujitsu. That does sound like some good spiritual stuff. I'm a very I very much believe in spiritual, not religious. That's not what I mean at all. I'm sure you probably understand that. But that's what connecting with people to me in life is. It's about this experience, and everything that comes to us comes from who we are. Come in that, yeah. Once you get into financial markets, it gets addicting. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. But to me, at the end of the day, it's about creating freedom for yourself. Everyone around me doesn't even bother with crypto. They just want me to hold a savings account. That's another thing too. I mean, I have a doctorate. I went to school forever, right? Our education system is, to say it's lacking in giving people basic financial education is a massive understatement, right? That's all we're talking about here. We're talking about financial stuff. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. But we're so under financially educated. Like the other day, Celsius, did you see about Celsius? How now they can't give interest rates to anybody unless the people are already rich. Thank you, government. Thank you for protecting 98, 99% of people. Thank you. You're so great. It's not about that. It's just total bullshit. I don't have a PhD. I have a DC. I was a chiropractor. I have a doctorate of chiropractic. Bout of Greatness says, watch his masterclass. That's for real. It's free. It took me months to put that thing together. I just put out a new one last week. It took me months to put that together. It's about 2.5 hours long, but it took me years to gather the information through my experience to be able to make that class. Yeah, you don't learn, because who's teaching you? Anyone that knows economics, they're not teaching high school. Like, that would be a very rare thing. Like, anyone that's going to teach you about money in high school, they're probably broke. They're not getting paid much. They probably followed a pretty traditional route. But, we got YouTube. We have all this information out here now, so we're getting a lot more educated, I think. So it's not like they're bad people in high school, etc. They're doing the best they know. It's the system that doesn't really empower us or them to learn that thing. I mean, finance is like one of the most important things in society, and yet we don't really get educated on it. I remember getting taught how to balance a checkbook, and I'm like, even then you could look up your stuff online, and I'm like, why the fuck are you teaching me this? I can just look online. Checkbook. It's a card. What's going on here? Washington talking heads have never had to truly work for something. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, they've gotten where they are. Some of them got it handed to them. Some worked their way up, but are they using it to actually do the kind of good maybe they started out to do with? I don't know, man. People wouldn't believe you either. You said in 2013 Bitcoin would be worth 30K. Hell no, they wouldn't. They still think it's a scam. You know how many people come in my comments on everything I do and talk about how crypto's a scam? It's like, what are you even doing here? If it's a scam, what are you even bothering with us for then? Exactly. The fact more isn't taught on finance is disgraceful. It is. It's disgusting. And I don't really want to hate on people. I don't know. It's just come on. I mean, figure it out. There's books. People write books. Teach the books. Teach them on investing. Teach people the difference between an asset and a liability. Teach them that we live in a debt society, a debt economy. What does that mean? That means the more debt you have, as long as you have the right kind of debt, the more debt you have, the wealthier you are. That doesn't make sense to most people. It didn't make sense to me the first 1,000 times I heard it. It does now, though. The wealthiest people are typically the most in-debt people, but they don't have credit card debt. They have good debt, right? They buy real estate. It's the things they buy with their debt. And then they leverage their assets to get more debt to buy more assets without ever taking on any liabilities. Well, the debt is a liability. No, it's not, because the asset appreciates. Bout of Greatness has joined his Discord. Absolutely, and it's growing. I'm in there, right? I talk with you. Join the text group too. I get a lot of responses in the text group though, so I don't necessarily respond to all those. But you still get my that's urgent stuff, right? If I can send you a text message of a trading signal I just saw, you want that immediately. And it comes to your phone as a text message. It's the fastest way you can get something. Let's see here. Because when you find out how finance works, it's so unfair. It's swayed to it is. It's swayed to those that really understand it. And even when you learn it, you're like, oh, that's how it works? Well, shit, I'm so far down the hole at this point. You have so much bad debt. And yes, I would say student loans are fucking terrible debt. Worse than credit card debt. It's possibly the worst debt, because you can't go bankrupt on it. You have to pay it back. It's willing slavery to a degree. Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic, but you understand where I'm going with it. Let's see here. If it is a scam, where the money in my bank come from? Exactly. If just 5% of people went to the bank and wanted their money, the entire banking system would basically collapse, because they don't have the money to do that. They leverage. It's unbelievable. But but they're coming in here and making these kinds of claims with like say like Tether, right? And not that I'm the biggest Tether fan, but they're like, Tether, just every one of your Tether coins backed by one actual real dollar. It's like, talk about calling the kettle black. How hypocritical can you be? Your mandatory minimum for banks is they need to have 1% of cash on hand. And they don't even have access to more cash, really, because it's all given out in assets, which are loans. They give out loans. So you give out a loan, that's an asset. You take on a debt, that can be an asset, but for most people it's going to be a liability. And the right kind of debt is certainly an asset. If I take out a debt on a piece of rental property, that's an asset. And I can go get more loans against that thing, that property. And I can get more debt and buy another property, and get more debt and buy another property, and get more debt and buy another property, more debt, property, more debt, property, more debt, property, more debt, property. You following me? Guess what? You don't even need a high school degree to do that. Another thing I'd say, don't buy your own house. Total scam. Don't buy your own house. Don't do it. Instead, take out that credit, get a loan, and buy a piece of income-producing real estate. I don't want to deal with rentals. Figure it out. And nowadays, do short-term rentals. We had Michael Elefante on a few weeks ago, Elefante6 on TikTok. Check him out. He's only been doing Airbnb for 2 years. He's got, I think, 6 properties now. And he's 29, started at 0. He figured it out. And wow, what an opportunity. Leverage debt. What was that? Are you independently wealthy now? I do all right. But I believe in Kenny Rogers, the gambler, what he says in that song. Don't count the chips while you're sitting at the table. There'll be plenty of time for counting when the dealing's done. This is a fun game. Think of it like a game, and you'll stay more engaged. If you have a goal and you pay too much attention to what it is, it's like when you are driving. Like if you're paying attention to every mile marker, it becomes a laborious journey, and time seems to really slow down in a not fun way. Just focus. If you want to have a 10, 20 Bitcoin, 100 Ethereum goal, write it down and start going towards it. Credit card is 2% fees a month. You invest in coins, 10% to 50% profit a month. Math, yeah, totally. Monero and Pirate Chain. Is Pirate Chain a privacy coin? Is that what it is? Because someone had me look that up earlier. Maybe it was you. Too late, says Triology. How do you feel about SHIB Metaverse? I think it's a grasping for straws. I mean, you and literally everyone else on the planet. Like, what's so special about SHIB's Metaverse that they've announced? That God knows when it's going to come. People are leaving SHIB every day. Just YOLO SHIB and be done? What does that mean? You mean like just buy a bunch of SHIB? I wouldn't do that. That's me anyways. My goal is to retire in 5 years. Cool. That's cool. To me, retirement kind of sounds like hell. If that makes sense. Like, I don't really want to retire. I want to be doing something and be active. That's me anyways. The idea of just sitting on a beach all the time, like, I think I'd get bored with that really quickly. I do like travel, but I really like this. I like engaging with people, I like teaching people stuff. I like actually playing games. I see crypto as a game. That's me, though. I had Bitcoins 10 years ago. I didn't care at the time, and now I don't remember my wallet. Oh, frog. There's so many stories like that. And that's why there's 21, God, frog, I'm sorry, by the way, to hear that. There's 21 million Bitcoins that are ever going to be made. But in reality, there's really only probably about 17 million that will ever actually be in circulation. Maybe 16. Because one, Satoshi's got 1 million of them, and I think he's dead. And then there's craploads of other people like yourself that lost coins. And some people lost shitloads of coins, and they can't ever get back to them because they lost the computer, they can't remember their password, they sent it in a wrong transaction. So actually, that number is going to keep getting worse. I mean, you send Bitcoin one time to a wrong address, it's gone forever. No one has access to it. What's up, yours truly? I want to be my own boss. Totally doable. totally doable. I actually have another channel that I'm building to teach people stuff like that. Because look at me, here I am on TikTok and YouTube. Like anybody can do this. It's just you can't expect to be successful in a day. It's a constant effort like anything else, but it's free, right? You go to college and get a degree, you got to spend like 6 figures and do it for at least 4 years and go through all the kinds of tests and learn about all kinds of shit you don't care to learn about. Or you could spend some time, probably in a year, like a year, building like a YouTube channel and a TikTok channel on a subject you actually love, like crypto. Or maybe I have a sports cards channel too, but I'm really moving away from that because I'm just so much more interested in crypto. I built a sports card channel like 2 years ago. Like, look at that. Like, what a world we live in. I have a doctorate, and I quit being a doctor to go do shit like this because this is just more fun. Life's short. Like, most people couldn't have walked away from that. They would have just done it till they died because they were already so invested. I said, no, life's about being happy. And I'm not liking this. I think I can still accomplish what I want to do here, but in my own terms, and not have insurance companies tell me how I can do it. Because what the coup de grace was for me was I had the biggest insurance provider in the state come audit me, right? So they come look over my notes. That's never good because there's no regulators for them. They can just do whatever they want. And so they look at my notes and they say, yeah, all of our patients that you saw, the exam isn't up to our standards, which is the first time I ever see him. So everything that you did for them afterwards, we know you did it. It's not like you wrote any false notes or anything. You did it. But yeah, we want all our money back because we don't think your exam notes were up to our standard. And I'm like, are you fucking joking me? Really? I treated all these patients. I didn't do any fraud, nothing like that. If anything, I undercharged for a lot of things. And you want all your money back because you think my exam notes aren't up to your standards? What exactly about my exam notes aren't up to your standards? They never gave me an answer on that because I know what the standards are. They were absolutely there. They're pretty basic shit. And there's no one to regulate them. There's nothing I could do. Nothing anyone can do. There's no regulators, nothing. I was like, this is a bunch of fucking bullshit. You know what she told me? She goes, well, I understand your concerns, but we don't pay for the care. We pay for the notes. I'm like, yeah, tell your fucking clients that. You fucking bitch. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. That's my story. Some of my story. Do you do private advice? You're working on a project? I haven't. I don't know, man. What kind of project you working on? Ambonks, so true. My college scammed me when I fell. They didn't want to refund me. Crypto is probably the only shot at wealth a lot. Yeah, it is. It's the best opportunity. Gold Rush says you trade sports cards too. It makes sense. That makes sense. Sports card because it's a game, right? It's fun. What happened to your seed phrase? Oh boy. Good morning. True. Ill. Oh, you felt ill. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, right? Like you think I don't know. New NFT game and coins. Yours truly says speak facts. I mean, that's kind of my story. I got a little vulnerable with you guys, but I don't hide that story. I mean, I was already getting very annoyed with all of them. Not my patients. My patients are great. But the insurance companies were just like a nightmare all the time. And all of them. God, they were just a nightmare. They made it just miserable. Not that I did anything. As a matter of fact, you ask my patients, I was by far their favorite. Like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, because look at me, like I'm good I have a skill. I'm good at talking with people and relating with people. And so typically I'd probably just we'd talk a lot. Like I never rushed them out. Like we just talk, and because I cared more about that. I cared more about what was going on in their lives. I cared more about like what thoughts they were having than, how their back or neck was. Because I started to realize this thing, like I would see the same symptoms in people that had the same like life patterns and thought patterns and things going on in their life, the same ailments would like come up as a symptom from it. And I started to realize that over and over. It was like, it was uncanny. And I'm like, this is the type of stuff I want to help people with. I want to help them with their minds, with their thoughts, with their spirit. And to me, the biggest stressor I saw in everybody, right? And this isn't going to be crazy, finance. Finance is the biggest stressor in people's lives. So, to me, what I'm doing here, to me, this is like spiritual work. Straight up. I only learned about crypto after switching to software engineering and seeing all the projects. So you have some good insights on this stuff. Like, I don't understand the tech necessarily. I wish I did. Because I would love to launch something. But boy, way out of my element currently. And I don't know if I got the time to go down that route. I don't know. It wasn't meant to be. If you had taken that path, you wouldn't be where you are today. It's true. Absolutely. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. That's a really good point, because like the things where we learn, like I learned some lessons, and so now it becomes part of my message so that I can share it with other people to help them not just avoid that stuff, more so to go in a direction that is more enjoyable, more congruent with who they really are. And to me, finance, investment, is at the very core of everybody, because without that, you're going to be forced to do things you don't want to do, and the more you get used to that, the harder it is to break that. What are we at? About 1:15, so I've been live for about an hour and a half. Where's my timer? I don't have a timer, I guess. Oh no, an hour and 31, about a little 96 minutes so far. I get to trade from home, yeah. I mean, my life has been, I quit being a doctor. And I was like, fuck. But I was building a real estate business on the side. And so I went into that. That was shaky for a while. And I don't do that as much anymore. And that became kind of not fun, at least the way I was doing it. And then I really, because I liked the doctor thing. I like interacting with people. I like being able to actually benefit their lives. Not everybody, because some people are just assholes, and I also had to learn to just like let them go be assholes. But that's not common. But like this type of thing, that's why like you get I come on here, like who else do you know? Just like I don't see many other people just doing these live streams, just bullshitting with people for like 2 hours. I do it for 2 hours, and I have to stop myself at 2 hours because this doesn't feel like work to me. Like I enjoy this, and I think that is the most valuable thing that you can have in life, is to literally be using your time doing things you really enjoy. And since we're social creatures, being able to interact with people and give, because it's very satisfying for me to give benefit to people. Not because I'm altruistic. I actually don't believe in altruism. I don't think that's a good thing. Reason being is when people are altruistic, they're more giving, which is great, but they're terrible receivers, and you need to be able to receive also. That's why I'm not afraid to sell things, right? Because you guys are also supporting me. It feels good. If I'm a giver and I don't let you give to me, so I think giving is better than receiving, but yet I'm not going to allow other people to give to me and do that blessing. Whatever. But you always give more than you receive. I do believe in that. And anything that you get from me, I believe and I intend to give more than I get. To give way more than you give me anyways. I could open my own practice. I did, but it doesn't matter. I could, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to. I don't want to, because I'd go back to working within this system that is run by the insurance companies, which are not in anybody's interest but their own. Funi, what I would say, the best thing I've come across for real estate now is Airbnb is just this tremendous opportunity. I really like Michael Elefante, M Elefante 6 on TikTok. We had him on here a few weeks ago. and I stay in contact with him. He's a buddy of mine now, and he just started doing Airbnb like 2 years ago. He's 29 years old. He started at zero. He's got 6 properties now, and the returns he gets on his Airbnbs and the lack of management, the low amount of management he has to do, is literally, I feel like Airbnb and crypto are the 2 best opportunities I've ever seen in my life. So I'm probably going to get an Airbnb property soon and go from there. Because why not? Because I believe real estate and crypto. But how you do real estate matters. And these Airbnbs, the returns are unreal. Unreal. And more people are using Airbnbs instead of hotels. So hotels are, to me, are kind of dying and moving into this short-term rental that we'll just call Airbnb. Funi, hidden markets. But the thing with real estate too is you have a real asset. And there's not many, I mean, other than in terms of appreciation, Bitcoin, Ethereum are probably the best in my opinion. But real estate is real estate. People always need real estate. There's a finite amount. There's more and more people on the planet every day. Like real estate is, I mean, it's all things considered, still the best asset on the planet probably. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, yes, I would agree that they are going to appreciate much more, but you use real estate to create cash flow and it appreciates. So it's got an element. Granted, we have DeFi, right? And so you get cash flow from that. But it's a pain in the ass sometimes to deal with the up and downs of the market because you want to. So with real estate, it's a lot more stable. So they're both fantastic in their own way, but those are just the 2 best. I mean, there's just, I don't know what could be better. What could be even close to those 2? Probably going to cut the stream here in a second. We're going on 2 hours, and I got some other stuff I got to go do. Speaking of the real estate business, I got to go do some stuff with that today. Well, I'll mostly do it tomorrow, but I got to go meet with my partners later tonight. And they live a little ways away. Isn't there a BlockFi credit card that kind of creates cash back on crypto? There is. I'm glad you asked that, though. I don't recommend the BlockFi one. Not that it's bad. If you don't have one, it's certainly better than not having one. Let me show you the one I use. So this one gives the best Bitcoin rewards that exist, other than the top crypto.com card. But to get that card, you need to stake like $400,000 of crypto.com coin. So other than that, this card is free. It's the Fold card right here. This gives the best Bitcoin rewards, and it's free to get this card. And it's not a credit card. You don't need to apply. It's run by Visa and stuff. What you can do, I have a link for it on my page. If you click the link in my TikTok bio over here, go to my TikTok bio, take you to this page, my resources page. Scroll down a bit, and here is a link for the Fold card right here. You get 5,000 free Satoshis just for signing up. But, so everything I buy, I get Bitcoin rewards back. Another fantastic way to just accumulate Bitcoin, right? Because I'm just sitting here, I'm buying anyways, but I get Bitcoin rewards back. That's amazing. And I'm going to tell you this, because it's an app. It's an app, so there's gift cards that you can buy in there. You can buy Amazon gift cards. And yesterday I bought an Amazon gift card. I got 7% back in Bitcoin. So for every $100 I spent on an Amazon gift card, I got $7 in Bitcoin back. I was going to buy shit on Amazon. I buy shit on Amazon all the time. That alone is why to have that card. And it's free to get it. Just use that link in my bio there, or in my resources page. What's the name? Just click the link on my resources page. It'll take you right to it. I don't get anything for it. I wish they had at least a referral program. If they wanted to sponsor me, absolutely. Because every live stream I do, I tell you guys about this card. So if they wanted to give me money to do what I'm already doing, please, yes, please Fold, go ahead and do that. How long does it take to load the funds on the card? They actually partnered with this company. What's it called? Astra or something? I don't remember what it's called. But you can actually put funds on the card within like a day. And right when you sign up, you actually get a digital card. But you just transfer the money from your bank to the card. So it's just a debit card. You don't need to apply. You can have terrible credit. You can have zero credit. You still get the card. Because it's like a prepaid card. But isn't that what a debit card really is? And it's got tap on it and everything. Like it now, they have a free one, but I have the Spin Plus version. So I pay $150 a year for this one. You get more rewards on the paid one, and you get other benefits too. But if nothing else, get the free one. Open to Australia? I don't know. I'm in the States, so it's obviously here. I don't know where all they offer it. Because like to me, like you guys come here and I have a message, right? My message is accumulate as much Bitcoin and Ethereum as you can, particularly in the next 3 years. And everything I teach with you and share with you is about basically how to do that. And it's not because I came up with it, because that's what smart money in Wales do. And they're the most successful, smartest in the space. So I'm going to do what they do. Now, I spend a little bit of my money, a little bit of my time chasing shitcoins. Go watch the YouTube video I put up today. There's a high risk, high reward play that I made a video on today. But I told you how I'm playing it, and I'm only using a little bit of money just to play around with it. It's paying 8% a day. High risk. This protocol probably won't be here in a year. Probably won't be here in 6 months. But it doesn't mean I can't make some nice profit if I play it right in a very short amount of time. So go watch my YouTube video. Daily Crypto Bull on YouTube. There's a play button in my TikTok bio. Just click the play button or click the link in the TikTok and go to my resources page. There's 2 different ways to get to my YouTube channel. Right, you can click this little button up here, or you can scroll down a bit and click here. Be sure to join the Discord, join the text group. Hey, get a shirt too. I got some pretty badass shirts. Right, click that button. I made 10 shirts. And all of these come in different colors, and they come in ladies' cuts also. Good shirts. Good shirts. Check them out. And plus it supports the channel and supports what I'm doing here. Be sure to get yourself a ledger if you don't have one. I mean, if you use MetaMask or some kind of crypto wallet like that, and you're not using a ledger, you're just begging for your crypto to get stolen without using one. I'm not kidding. If you haven't done your taxes, be sure to get this. And the last day to do that here in the States. So I trade. If nothing else, get Voyager because it's so much better than Coinbase. You don't pay fees when you buy and sell, and you get interest on your crypto, but it's only available in the States. This is that thing we've been looking at all day. Oh, whoa. Where did that come from? What was that thing? Mr. Frog with the golden stars. Thanks, buddy. Get my DeFi guide while it's still $20. It was $10 last week. Now it's $20. It may be $30 next week. My 5 favorite DeFi protocols with complete written and video guides and walkthroughs. My trading pattern cheat sheet, Lever Atlas, the indicator we've been using. You can get a free trial on that and get my whole course for free. And of course, if you don't watch this masterclass, you just hate money. Because I teach you how to get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free, even when the price goes up and when it goes down. Free Bitcoin and Ethereum, and not just a little bit. So check out my resource page. If it made it on the resources page, it's awesome. Straight up. And then the Fold card is down there too. Right there. I think that's probably about it for me today. I got to get rolling. What's your favorite blockchain to connect to dApps? The main DeFi one I use is Phantom. That's the main one I use. That seems to be my favorite one, and I think the teams, because it's about the teams to me and the people behind the project, and they are smart as a whip, innovative as hell, very security conscious, so security conscious that other protocols reach out to them for their advice and take them as advisors to help them up their security protocols. I wish I could have a private talk for a project for your point of view. I used to do private one-on-ones. They're not cheap. I haven't done them in a while though. So, hit me back. I'll be doing a live stream Monday through Friday. I'll remember you. If you hit me up on here again, maybe we can figure something out. But I do appreciate you. I really do. I just, for a project, from my point of view, I mean, you can ask me some questions right here too. I'll give you my point of view. I know it's not as the same. I get it. But it doesn't mean I know everything either. I definitely don't. We're all in some stages of learning. I just hope to share with you if I know maybe some things you don't, and I can share it with you. But you guys know things I don't know too, for sure. Mr. Frog says it's not available for Australia. That is a bummer. Nonetheless, I'm sure something is. Get something, even if it's the Coinbase card. I think Coinbase has a rewards debit card also. It doesn't pay as well, but I think maybe BlockFi still has one. They do. I think Gemini does. Check those out. It's just no one talks about Fold for some reason. I don't think people know about it because I typically get back I average probably about 2.5-3% back on my purchases in terms of Bitcoin rewards. They have Chipotle gift cards in there to buy too. That automatically gives me 1.5% back. And then I spin a little wheel that they have to give me an extra bonus amount. Like yesterday, I went to Chipotle. I bought a gift card on there. I used it. I got my 1.5%, and then I spun the wheel, and I ended up getting 3% back total. So it's just all this stuff adds up. And of course, the cheaper Bitcoin gets, the more Bitcoin you get in terms of actual amount of Bitcoin. We're at 1 hour and 51 minutes. So I will probably cut the stream here in a minute. Be sure to check out my resources page. Get that DeFi guide. If you're all interested in DeFi and getting, there's a couple protocols on there that right now are paying 40% interest on stablecoins. And they've been paying 40% for weeks. So, money. There's another one that pays 20. It's been paying 20 for years. Well, not years. Over a year, that's for sure. And then, of course, you get 100+% on other cryptos. So, but you got to know how to use DeFi, and you got to be sure you're getting to protocols that are actually safe and legit. But yeah, I think I'm done. I don't see any more comments in here, really. I'll be going live again on Monday, noon Pacific Standard Time. I hopped on a little bit earlier today because I wanted to. Because here we are, of course. I know myself. I know I'm going to be on here probably just chatting, bullshitting with you guys for 2 hours. So I wanted to get done a little bit earlier than usual. It's 1:30 here. Usually I'm not done until after 2. But I'm going to get rolling. Definitely check out my resources page. Good, great stuff on there. And be sure to go watch my YouTube video. Go the one that I just put up today, where I'm getting 8% daily interest. It is high risk, high reward. But I walk through it all in the video and decide if you want to get it. I tell you how I'm playing it, which is really I'm trying to get my money back as soon as possible. But I only put in a little bit, at least at the time of shooting it. So I don't have much on the line. Go into it with nothing you can't afford to lose. But watch that video, see what you think of it. And of course the resources page, because that's the real super long-term stuff. You guys are awesome. Take care. Have a great Easter weekend.